A lot of you deserve the failure you endure. People say the world's not fair. I'd argue that karmic retributions, all in all, is pretty fair. In the end, God gives you exactly what you deserve. So if you're not happy with your life, you have to ask yourself, do you really deserve more? Have you really tried 100% of the time? Are you as competent as you could possibly be? No. You deserve what you have. You deserve your mediocrity. You want a Lambo and these women and a boat and whatever else you want because you see it on Instagram. But wanting something and deserving something are very different things. If you truly deserved it, you'd be working for it in a way that ensures it would be given to you by the universe. Every single thing I've ever wanted, I have got. And I put in enough work to show God and show the universe I deserve them, so he gave them to me.
Because if you're truly depressed with your situation, if you're truly unhappy with it 24/7, like you should be, you won't stay there. You'll get out. And that's what most of you are doing. And that's why year after year, nothing remarkable happens in your life. Nothing remarkable happens in your life. If you were to tell me your best story from this last year, not only would I not be entertained, I would likely be offended and bored. Did you go to a club? Did you go party? Did you go on holiday? Whoa, crazy. You've wasted another year, and God knows it. If I just sit and wait long enough, God will give me what I want. No, he won't, because you're on the naughty list.
God rewards men who attack the world. You have to go and get things. You have to show that you deserve them. Oh, I need your help. Do you? I don't even see you trying. I haven't seen you do anything that warrants me giving you a second of my help. It's almost impressive how difficult it is to make the average person move. It's very hard to inspire people to take initiative to save themselves. Even if you try and help normies, most of them are beyond help because they are self-sabotaging and lazy. I like people who sit and say, I don't know what to do, so I'm going to do something. I don't know what to do, but inaction in and of itself is an action. And men of honor do not allow the universe to decide for them. They decide their fate. My core principle is endless work, endless attack. That is how you win in the end. Perseverance is the key. Effort is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the better it becomes.
I've never seen anybody dedicate themselves to something completely and fail. The universe is extremely giving. If you actually try, and you're actually not making excuses, lying, talking shit, you're going to get what you want. But when I see people who don't have what they want, I consider them losers. This may be elitist, I understand that. But if I put myself through endless pain to end up where I am, it's very hard for me to have sympathy on the man who's afraid of pain. You're avoiding pain. I've been through endless. I now have everything I've ever desired. You have none of the things you desire. Am I supposed to feel sorry for you? Am I supposed to look at you and go, oh, poor dude? No. You didn't go through the shit I went through. You didn't put it on the line. So you deserve your substandard reality. Because if you actually wanted it, and you actually tried, you'd have it. This world's competitive. We're all competing against each other. And the majority of people don't try. Everyone I grew up with, people I know, I get it all the time. They'll message me, hey man, just unlucky. You are not unlucky. You are a lazy fucking loser. You are not unlucky. You are breathing. The unlucky ones are gone. You're alive and you are a lazy loser. So a loser is anybody who does not have everything they want at the drop of a hat. Because I have absolutely everything I could ever possibly desire. And if I wanted something that I couldn't have, I guarantee you, we could speak again in a few months and I fucking have it.
Making things happen is the masculine essence to how you should approach the world. You're only going to be rewarded if you differentiate yourself from the crowd via effort. You should feel genuinely worried about wasting a single second. This is a huge, important period in your life when it comes to your success and your finances. If you're not going to try now, when are you going to try? You have a chance from God because you're breathing. You have a chance right now to get things done. If you want something, you find time. So don't sit and lie to me and pretend that you want to network and you can't do it, and you want to make money and you don't have time. Because if you really wanted to, you'd be able to do everything. If you can sleep just fine being broke, then guess what? You're always going to be broke. If you go to bed and you can't sleep because you're furious at the fact that I can buy a new supercar every day and you don't have a single one, then you might do something about it. There's no such thing as don't have time. That's all garbage.
If you don't work for something, or you're not prepared to suffer or struggle for something, then you don't love it and you don't believe in it anyway. If you love a woman, you'll struggle to keep her. Right. If you're not working for it, then you don't love it anyway.
Most people go through their entire adult life without trying 100% hardly ever. Even when you go to the gym, you don't try 100%. Do you really try 100% with work? And it's interesting because we're entering the most competitive period of human history. So you need to get very good at everything you do. Don't do it if you're not going to try. It's a bad habit to spend time and waste it. It's a bad habit to go, I tried. Yeah, at least I went. It's going that matters. If you're going to go, do it. If you're going to do it right. There's no point in half doing anything. You may as well have not done it at all. Everybody always says, it doesn't matter if you lose if you tried your best. But there is a secret to the universe that most don't know. If you genuinely try your best all of the time, all day, every day, it's impossible to lose. God is watching and he rewards those who want it the most. You have to want it the most and genuinely do your best, because most people aren't capable of doing their best anymore. So if you don't have the car you want, the woman you want, the house you want, you haven't been trying your best. Because I guarantee you, the second you do, you'll have all of it. So if you're not the person who's waking up every day going, how do I improve my existence? Then nobody on the planet is considering improving your one spin on Earth. So if you don't care, then you're f***ed. Everyone out there has a dream, but very few people have a plan. When you say to guys, do you want to be rich? Yeah, I want to be rich. How will you get rich? When's the last time something fantastic has ever happened on accident? You need a plan to get rich.
Think about it. Have you ever been to the gym and seen a person in fantastic physical condition, and you say to them, how did you get so big and strong? And they say, I don't know. Or have you ever found a really rich man and said, how did you become rich and successful? And he goes, I just woke up one day and it kind of happened and now I'm living my dream life. No, there is a very detailed plan and roadmap. You have to design your dream life. Who's your woman going to be? What car are you going to drive? You can design your dream car right now. You don't even know what your dream life is. How do you expect to get to a destination when you don't know where you're going? I've never seen somebody massively succeed and they didn't believe in themselves, ever. I've never seen somebody who just allows life to happen to them and become blown off course by some sadness, end up doing massively monumental and important things. I've never seen it, because it's competitor. It's player versus player. And there's people like me out here. So when that breaks your heart and you take a few months off and she ends up on my jet, and if she leaves me afterwards, let's say she just likes to leave men, I don't care. I'm still working. You're still crying. You can't possibly ever beat me. I'll continue to beat you into eternity, as will my bloodline. You will sit and pay the price for the rest of your human years. Even your ancestors above you are disappointed in you, and your offspring for the rest of your lineage will look up and say, my great-great-great-grandfather was a loser because broke his heart, and now we've been broke ever since.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that stupid people have that makes stupid people quite successful sometimes is irrational self-belief. And the smarter you are, sometimes the harder it is to irrationally believe in yourself. But if you're dumb enough, you can be arrogant enough to have this irrational self-belief, and you will see some people be very successful, and you say, how is this idiot successful? Because they're so stupid that they don't consider the idea of failure. Their mind isn't advanced enough. They are not cognitive enough to consider betraying their own being. They only see outside. They don't self-reflect. If you're intelligent enough to self-reflect, you need to do it so that you can come up with feedback so that you can constantly improve. But be very aware of the trouble that can come from a mind that's not 100% on your side. My mind is 100% on my side in all ways. If I have to do something difficult, even if my body can't do it, my mind believes I can do it. And you'd be amazed how much of life, even in the physical realm, is mental. If you believe you can run a marathon, you can run a marathon. If you don't believe you can run a marathon, you can't run a marathon, because a marathon is hard. By truly believing you can do it, then you will your body to a different level than if you don't believe you can do it. It's the same with absolutely all things, including making money, including dealing with mental struggle. When you're in the trenches, there's people who give up, there's people who quit, there's people who sow FUD, there's people who feel sorry for themselves, there's people who want an easy way out, and there's other people who say, listen, this is a test, and the only way we're going to get this done is to be irrationally positive all of the time.
I always knew I was famous. I had to wait for the rest of the world to catch up. I told everyone I'm going to be world champion. Years before I even had a British title, before I even had an English title, I just started fighting. I was like, oh, I'm the next world champion, yeah. And I just started saying it, but I said it with genuine conviction. I knew I would be the best. But people will constantly tell you to not talk in a way which is full of conviction. People do not like you to be arrogant and have an ego. This is the worst thing ever. Let me tell you the fact. Your life is never going to be worse if you walk through the world believing you are the f***ing man. I am the man. There's no one on this planet who can do shit I couldn't do if I put my mind to it. I don't give a fuck how good you are at piano. If I decide to play piano, I would be better than you at piano. And I believe that. And when you go through life believing you really, really are the man, there are very few downsides. The downsides are everyone's going to call you an arrogant, everyone's going to call you arrogant, everyone's going to call you a dickhead. You're going to lose a few loser friends. Who cares? What you are going to gain is other people on the same path. Even before I was world champion, I knew I was going to be the man. And I was happy to say that to anybody. When people called me arrogant and stupid and deluded, I just sit there, look at them and say, yeah, f*** you, I'm going to be the man.
Most of you do not use your mind for what it's for. You've forgotten how to imagine things. But you cannot close your eyes and vividly imagine. You can't give yourself goosebumps. You can't evoke an emotion in yourself anymore. You should be able to close your mind and imagine the life you want to live so viscerally to the point where you can taste it. So that this reality, the one outside of your mind, feels like nothing but a prelude, a ramp, which allows you to get where you want to go. The mind is that powerful. If you ask any champion of anything, they always envision themselves as champion all of the time. And the reason they do that is, one, so they feel confident, but two, so that if they don't become champion, they're more angry and more motivated for the next attempt. Your mind is your number one ally. A lot of you have been sabotaged internally by your own mind. Your own psyche is working against you. When you have negative thoughts that prevent you from being the best version of yourself, you should understand that your mind is attempting to betray you, and you should feel disgust because you have enough enemies. There's enough people in the opposing trench who are prepared to destroy you for self-interest that the idea of you not having every single part of you on your own side is truthfully sad. You cannot allow your own mind to betray you ever. Then you can go and get things done. But the idea of self-betrayal is something most of you are struggling with and you didn't even realize. Anxiety is self-betrayal. Panic is self-betrayal. Procrastination is self-betrayal. Laziness is self-betrayal. Lacking motivation is self-betrayal. So as a thought experiment, we're going to sit here, and I want you to actually think about it. How many times have you doubted yourself? How many times have you didn't feel like doing something you knew you were supposed to do? How many times has your mind tricked you into procrastination or being lazy? How many times has your mind convinced you that it was okay to fail and lose even though you didn't try your best? How many times have you sought comfort in excuses? Don't worry about your enemies attempting to crush you. If you actually analyze most of your failures, you're going to see the majority of them come from self-sabotage. Your largest enemy on the planet today is yourself, because you don't have your own mind under control. And one of the things that's crazy about the world is your mind is one of the few things you can control. You can't control very much else. So if you don't control it absolutely, you're going through life with no control over anything. You don't control your own mind, which means by extension, you do not control your life, you do not control your woman, you do not control the weather, you don't control nothing. You're just an empty vessel going through life with zero control over anything. If you listen and look back on most of your failures, failures, you're going to see that it was your own mind that betrayed you. And until you identify that pattern and get yourself in the habit of ensuring that is impossible, then you're always going to lose against people who fully believe in themselves.
Now, here's what we know. That people don't do what they know in life, but what they do is they operate within the context of the vision they have of themselves. So one of the first things I ask you to do is I want you to look at your life right now and think about something that you'd like to have. Now, one of the first things I want you to do is don't worry about the inner conversation that you're going to have. Don't worry about how you're going to do it. That's going to come. You will